So, Fishing Planet, the ultimate fishing simulator. This was released on the 11th of August 2015. It uses the Unity engine. Now, I started the game in February 2016. It was around that time anyway. The reason why I come across it was I was looking for a game to play while I was, building thumbnails, or doing texturing in Second Life, making mesh in Second Life, things like that. It was just one of them games that was on the side for me. You'd hear your bells go off and you'd get your fish, but I'd never really concentrated on the game. But otherwise, it's a good game to play. It's not something that is going to be exciting and full on, like as a shooter game, or maybe say Sea of Thieves, where you're cruising around with your friends or anything like that. There's no voice chat in this game unless you want to go into Discord and talk there. It's just definitely one of them relaxing games where you don't expect too much action kind of thing. I actually played it the other night for 2 hours, tried to play the game. It's definitely one of them things I'd play on the side. It's not something that I'd focus on full time. There was talk in the Fishing Planet Facebook page that Summit1G had actually played the game. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but that did come straight from Fishing Planet. I didn't know of Summit back then. I only know him now because of Sea of Thieves. Yeah, and in the early days again, they only had 8 maps, and the 8 maps were only in America. So even though it was called Fishing Planet, it was realistically only fishing in America, which, yeah, a lot of people were kicking up a stink about. They went away from only American fishing in December of 18, and they ended up bringing in some European upgrades. Currently, at the moment, there's 20 maps to play. Boats, as in kayaks, started off October and December of 2017. Then late in May 2019, they brought in motorboats, dinghies, tinnies, and bass boats. The game is quite interesting. Sometimes if you really want to play it hardcore, you can get heaps of money, but you need to really look after the weather patterns, because obviously the weather patterns affect the fish, the pressure of the water, the air pressure, the cloud cover, rain even, things like that. That'll affect the productivity, the spawn rate, and even the types of fish that come out. I do know that when you have multiple people on one map, and when they're fishing well, you're going to fish well at the same time. If for some reason it brings the spawns out even more often, you get more fish more often. player characters were not available in the beginning. You couldn't see each other, you could only talk to each other via chat. These characters were later introduced as people that you could see in early 2017. Back then in 2016, they opened up a lake called White Moose Lake, which is in the northwestern part of the American maps, and that was open to players under level 22. I'm not sure what the promotion was at that time. Purchase a license to go fishing, fish all day, and the idea was you would level up faster because you're catching fish from a level 22 map, but maybe if you're only level 5 or 6, you'd still get that bonus from being a 22 map. Unfortunately for me, I forgot when my license expired. Silly me. So when I logged out and tried to log back in the next time, they said to me that I couldn't travel anywhere. I was like, oh, okay. And then I found out that I was actually, I think it was close on $20,000 in debt, minus $20,000. So I couldn't travel anywhere, I couldn't afford baits, couldn't do a thing. So all I could actually do at that time was log in every single day and collect the login money. And obviously back then it was log in for your first day, bait coin second day, money on the third and fourth, and fifth day was bait coins again. So it took a long time to try and work back that money just to come back into the game. But the thing that pissed me off the most was as soon as I actually got all that money back, they then brought in a 9th map. And that map was free to play. Where even if you had no money for baits or lures or anything, you could actually find them in the water. So I would have been nice to have had that map when I lost all that money. But I guess that's my fault. I probably didn't see or find the notifications or know how that actually worked at the time. one other thing that they did during that update was they changed how the rod and reel mechanics worked compared to the fish. So if you went out and caught a fish in the earlier days, you could reel in a fish that was, say, 16 kilos using 8 kilo line. For example, the alligator gar at Missouri, when that was there, you could use a bass rod and pull in an alligator gar. It took forever. It took like an hour or two just to get that thing in, and you'd damage your rod and reel all the way to the end. But at the same time, they nerfed it, and then you could only, with 8 kilo gear, you could only bring in a 12 kilo fish. So that alligator gar that you previously could catch, you could no longer catch. Outside of gaming, I do like a bit of fishing myself, and I've pulled in 22 kilo fish on a 3 kilo rod. It's not that hard to do. It's not a bad game to play. I'll probably do some fishing videos or something like that when they have events on. They just recently went through an event called the 4th of July. Obviously you've got to find everything that's like American and blah blah blah, fire cannonballs and this and that. I'm not quite sure when the next update is. I'm going to guess it's going to be Halloween, I think. You'll be probably catching alligator gars at 3 different spots, maybe fishing with pumpkins or something like that. Then again, it might even be St. Patrick's Day. That's always a good one. So I might end up doing the events. I don't think I'll end up fishing just the standard plain old fishing days. Not live streaming it or anything like that anyway. But for now, I'm going to keep trying to grind away at these chum salmon. They're continually getting on the line. I think they're worth about 400 XP or something like that per fish, so we're going to get in there and finish them up and try and level up so I can get some more bait coins to move over to the European maps. Currently I'm at Alaska and we're just catching the chum salmon. The Chinook salmon are obviously worth more, but for some reason I'm not getting any at the moment. I'm not 100% sure why that is. Well, I'll just keep grinding away for a while, and I'll see you all next time.